I am going to call the special meeting of the Board of Aldermen to order on Saturday, November 15th, 2025 at 9 a.m. in the City Hall Auditorium. The prayer will be offered by City Clerk Dan Healy, and Alderman Michael D. O'Brien will lead us in the pledge to the flag.
Almighty God, we have the high honor and the serious duty to manage the affairs of our beloved city. Fill us, O God, with a spirit of unity and understanding, which enables us to face our multiple problems with a serene mind, with justice and charity for all, so that any and all decisions made by us will always be for the betterment and greater happiness of all our fellow citizens. So help us God. Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Trish, turn around.
Oh, we can't see it back here at all. Yeah. I have this. Mike, are you trying to kill me?
No, I just did.
Okay, roll call.
Good morning, love.
Okay. Could we be quiet in the room, please? Excuse me. Could you keep the talking down? We're trying to run our meeting here. Thank you. Alderman O'Brien.
Present.
Alderman Gregg.
Present.
Alderman Moran. Alderman Thibodeau.
Here.
Alderman Govea.
Here.
Alderman Lopez. Alderman Sullivan.
Here.
Alderman Clemens.
Here.
Alderman Senate.
Here.
Alderman Jettie.
Here.
Alderman Tebow.
Here.
Alderman Clee.
Here.
Alderman Dowd.
Present.
Alderwoman Kelly.
Here.
Alderman Wilshire.
Here.
13 present, 2 absent.
Thank you. Communications.
Communication has been received from Daniel Healy, City Clerk, regarding recount requests for Ward 1 Alderman, Ward 5 Alderman, and Ward 6 Alderman.
Without objection, I will accept the communication and place it on file. Unfinished business resolution.
Third reading of R-25-211, relative to the supplemental appropriation of $148,035.89 of unanticipated revenue into Fund Number 7024, Opioid Abatement Expendable Trust Fund.
Alderman O'Brien.
I didn't get a script.
I get it. For final passage.
I would like to make a motion to recommend final passage.
No, you need to read the motion.
There's a motion.
Nice if I got one of these.
It's early.
No, it's right. It's on the first page. Right there.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Apologize. Which one? This one here?
Yeah, right there.
Okay. No, it doesn't. It says you. Okay. I'll make the motion to clarify the motion that was made on November 13th, 2025, whereby that the title resolution R-25-211 was incorrectly stated as relative to the acceptance of a horse trailer donated to the City of Nashua Police Department by Friends of the Nashua Police Department Mounted Unit, and should have read relative to supplemental appropriation of $148,035.89 of unanticipated revenue to Fund 7024 Opiate Abatement Expendable Trust Fund. And
You've heard the motion. Is there any discussion on that motion? Seeing none, all those in favor of final passage, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That motion carries. And Resolution 25-211 is declared duly adopted. Mr. Clerk, I'm going to turn it over to you.
Yes, so we're here today. We had recount requests for Wards 1, Ward 5, and Ward 6. We had
Thanks,
the
John.
meeting
Nice idea.
scheduled to start at 9 a.m. for those recounts. I had sent letters to all the candidates. Ian indicated that Ward 5 won't start until at least 10 a.m., and then Ward 6 won't start until 11 a.m. And at that time, if needed, I'll go over the recount procedures again more people from those wards show up. So what we're going to be doing here is we have all the boxes from those wards up here. These include cast, uncast, absentees. We're going to open every box and show what the contents are of those boxes. If they're fully uncast ballots, we're going to fan through them. Each person, each candidate will have the opportunity to have an observer up front to see the fanning through to confirm that they're uncast. They'll go back in the box and be sealed. The absentee envelopes, we're fanning through those just to make sure there's no ballot in there that, shouldn't be, that should be with the cast ballots. But the absentee ballots, the opportunity to challenge an actual absentee ballot was on election day, so there's no challenges to the envelopes, only to ballots. And then the third set of boxes will be the cast ballots. And the procedure that we're going to use today is that these first two tables will be sorting the ballots based off of what the voter chose. The first person will read off the name that they believe the ballot to be for. They'll pass it to the second person that will hold it up for the observers. And after a few seconds, they'll place it in the box. Once the ballot's placed in that box, once it hits the box, the time for a challenge is over on that ballot. Periodically, team members, city clerk staff, and volunteers, Tina Guilford, Derry Town Clerk, and Cassie, who works for the city clerk's office here in Nashua, and myself will be coming around and swapping out the boxes with the counting table that's in the back corner of the room, the two back tables. At the counting table, each person will count into stacks of 25 for that candidate or that choice. And the first person will count into 25 and put an elastic around it. They'll pass it to the second person who will take the elastic off, count 25, put the elastic back on, and a sticky note indicating that it was counted for a second time. Once they are finished with that, the ballots will come back to this table. They'll be held to the end where myself and staff will go through the piles and tally the results up. And at that time, again, an observer from each candidate can be present. When that ward is, just a second, if there are any challenges during the process, those will be taken, they'll be brought up to this table up here, place them in this box here, and they will go to the alderman. At the end of that ward's recount, the alderman will rule on the ballots. We do have one alderman that will not be able to rule on the Ward 6 ballot, so at that time they'll recuse themselves from the Ward 6 ballots as they are a candidate, but they are able to rule on Ward 1 and Ward 5. Are there any questions now at this time? Yes.
If I do the first count, who does the second count?
The person at your table next to you. Yep.
Sure.
And whoever does the first count, you should do the first count, the person does the second count consistently, so.
You just have them on.
Yes, so I don't want you to do the first count, you do the first count, he does the second count, or vice versa, but keep it consistent throughout. Are there any other questions? Okay. For the Ward 1 candidates, are you both present? If you want to come forward. Now, do you each have observers? Okay, your observers can be, if they're not already seated, they can be seated at this time. So each candidate gets 4 observers and then themselves. Each observer gets to sit at one of the tables. So those are the only people that will be allowed in the recount area. So we need more seating on this end.
If you are going to just be observing, please try to take a seat and see if you need more chairs.
This is my first recount as well.
Usually doesn't have a beard.
Couldn't, I was like out of town or something.
For wind? I don't know. Not for wind. Not our side. Yeah, Probably on her.
I'm way beyond when I should have gotten my Botox and I struggling too.
Really heavy.
Yeah, I once a month.
I'm going to go to war, so I want to learn how to do it. Yes.
In the library.
Yeah. It's interesting. It's a population based of the soldiers at it. Right now, I'm in World War I.
I had to leave her.
I sent letters from what the guys wrote from the
I did. I mean, I know I met Corey quite a few times, so I got my picture with him.
Okay, so at this time, if the two candidates or one of their designees wants to come to the front, we're going to be beginning to open the boxes. I failed to mention this, but during the recount process, there should be no side conversations. If you want to have a conversation, go out in the hall. They need to be able to hear what's going on this side of the room. So any conversations, you need to go out in the hall. If it gets disruptive, I'm going to give warnings, then I'm going to ask you to leave. But we need it quiet in the room. Okay, so after the recount of Ward 1, the current numbers that we have 6 challenge ballots. But for the candidates, currently Stephen Chess has 979 votes. On election night, he was reported at 982. Haley Gallagher has 942 votes. Election night was reported at 945. We have 3 write-ins for non-candidates. We have 3 overvotes, and we have 57 undervotes. So at this time, the 6 challenge ballots will be sent to the aldermen, and unless there's any objection from any of the candidates or we'll send them. Okay, so we will tally them with the 2 candidates.
Okay.
Very faint. This would be for Gallagher. This one, I believe, would be for Gallagher. I believe this would be for Chess. We fill in, we'll fill those in for the next one for Gallagher. Same thing for this one, I believe this would be for Chess. And this one, I believe would be for Gallagher.
Okay, so at this time, with the challenge ballots now resolved, we have 982 votes for Stephen Chess during the recount, and we had 982 votes for Stephen Chess on election night. For Haley Gallagher, we have 945 votes, and on election night, we had 945 votes. The write-ins 3, overvotes 3, undervotes 57. Do we do a motion to accept?
We need a motion to accept.
Alderman O'Brien?
Yes, Madam President, I would like to make a motion to accept the results, the recounted results of Ward 1.
You've heard the motion. Discussion on that motion? Seeing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That motion carries.
Thank you. So at this time, I'm going to take a few minutes to box up Ward 1, and then we'll get started on the Ward 5 recount, but we just want to get these all in the boxes and sealed up and out of the way, and then we'll bring the Ward 5 ballots out to the table.
That's good. That's good. Oh, that means that's great.
Okay. So currently, Ward 5 on election night, Paula Johnson, 635 right now, with 13 challenges still pending, Paula Johnson, 632. Janice Chulin on election night, 421, currently the recount 421. Brenda Garneau on election night, 186, currently 180, or election night 187, currently 186. And Justin Gerstenfield, election night 610, currently 600. We have 13 challenges. So at this time, if to do the challenges, we'd have one representative from each come to the stage, and then we'd go through the challenges unless the candidates agree on them here. Okay, so we'll bring them to the alderman. So each of you get one representative on the stage.
That means drinks come on. Oh, sorry, thank you.
Okay, so the way that the charter states is that the Board of Aldermen make a ruling on any of the challenge ballots. We have a precedent for the clerk reading the intent and then passing it to the aldermen for all of them to look at it, and then one of the aldermen will make a motion on what the ballot is for a candidate. So the first ballot, I believe, is a vote for Paula Johnson. Now I'm going to pass it to the aldermen so they can all see it, and then they'll determine if that is correct. So you can have either one, okay, yeah. The two the challengers.
Paula. Yeah. Paula.
Madam President, may I be recognized for a motion?
Yes.
I'd like to make the motion to recognize on that particular ballot Paula Johnson to be the winner.
The motion, any discussion on that motion? No discussion? Okay, all those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? That vote goes to Paula Johnson.
This ballot, I believe, to be a vote for Justin Gerstenfield.
Justin, yes. Sorry. This is definitely.
Madam President, I'd like to make the motion that the ballot as shown recommend Justin Gertenfield.
You've heard the motion. Is there discussion on that motion? Seeing none, all those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? And that vote goes to Justin Gerstenfield.
Vote for Justin Gerstenfield.
Alderman O'Brien.
Thank you, Madam President. I'd like to make a motion that the ballot that was shown to us make the recommendation of Justin Gertensfield.
You've heard the motion? You've heard the motion. Is there discussion on that motion? Seeing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That motion carries, and that vote goes to Justin Gerstenfield.
Okay with that? Yeah. So if you want to drop the challenges to any of these ballots, we would just read these off so we could tally them, the remainder, and they wouldn't have to go to the board. Is that what, you're both agreeable to that? Okay. Yeah, so we want to tally them to get them in our results. So at this time, with all the votes being cast and counted during the recount, I'm going to go over the numbers one more time. So Paula Johnson, election night, 635. Recount, 634. Janice Chulin, election night, 421. Recount, 421. Brenda Garneau, election night, 187, recount 187. Justin Gerstenfield, election night 610, recount 610. And then we had one write-in, one overvote, and 37 undervotes.
Okay.
Yes, that was
That was one of the very first ballots, yes.
the ballot that was left in the tabulator box was distributed to the table and counted. So at this time, I'll go over just the recount results so the board can certify those. Paula Johnson, 634. Janice Chulin, 421. Brenda Garneau, 187. And Justin Gerstenfield, 610. So a motion to accept those results.
Alderman O'Brien?
Thank you, Madam President. I would like to make a motion to recognize Paula Johnson as the winner of the Ward 5 election.
Could you add and accept the results of the recount?
And to accept the results of the recount.
Okay, you've heard the motion. Discussion. Seeing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That motion carries.
Okay, thank you.
Congratulations.
Okay, again, it'll be a few minutes to box these up, and then we'll begin the recount for Ward 6.
I couldn't get anybody to go there, so it's a little longer than I thought.
Okay, so for Ward 6, election night showed Chris Thibodeau with 468. The recount today, 469. And election night for Vangerfuder Smith, 490. The recount today, 491. Get a motion to accept those results.
Alderman O'Brien.
Thank you, Madam President. I would like to make a motion for Vangerfuder Smith.
Accepting the results.
Yeah, and accepting the results of the Ward 6 recount.
Let me make the, let me ask if, you've heard the motion. Is there discussion?
I just wanted to know where, the last time it was caught in the machine, do you know where the 2 additional ballots came from? Was it something obvious like that?
So that is what the recount team found, was that there were an additional vote for each candidate. Sometimes when you look at the ballot, there's a different determination. If, yes, so when the ballots are looked at by people, you can maybe make a different determination on voter intent.
All right, you've heard the motion. Is there further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
You want to do abstain?
And one abstention, Alderman Thibodeau?
Yes.
I'm going to abstain.
Okay. And that motion carries, and the results are for Vangerfuder Smith.
Okay, and for the record, I am going to go over the results one more time, and then the Board of Aldermen will then make a motion on that and declare the races official. So for Ward 1, Stephen Chess, 982. Haley Gallagher, 945. For Ward 5, Paula Johnson, we have a minor correction when we were looking at the tally sheet. I had announced earlier 634 is actually 635, which is the same number from election night. So it's 635 for Paula Johnson, 421 for Janice Chulin, 187 for Brenda Garneau, and 610 for Justin Gerstenfield. And then for Ward 6, Chris Thibodeau, 469, and Vangerfuder Smith, 491.
Alderman O'Brien.
Thank you, Madam President. I would like to make the motion to certify recount results as read by the city clerk and declare the candidates with the top votes as the official winners of the election.
You've heard the motion. Is there discussion on that motion? Seeing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That motion carries. Alderman O'Brien.
Thank you, Madam President. I would further like to make the motion that the November 15, 2025 special meeting of the Board of Aldermen be adjourned by roll call. We don't need a roll call, then skip that
The
then.
motion before us
That's what it says.
is to adjourn. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed?
Wow, that was loud.
We are adjourned at 3:38. Thank you, everyone. Thank you all.